So if a big bear comes to my house and tells me that he'll make me rich if I live with him, then my first question is going to be, are you going to eat me up at some point? Hey everyone, this is Rabbit Ears Animation Bliss, and welcome to another Rabbit Ears Entertainment Corner. So today's Rabbit Ears story that I'll be talking about today is the Scandinavian folktale, East of the Sun, West of the Moon. And before I get into my thoughts about this story, here are a few words from the channel. Alright Animaniacs, now let's get on the social media train. Want to chat with us in 100 words or less? Then check out our Twitter account. Want to chat with us within a group? Then check out our Facebook account. Want to get the lowdown on everything dealing with animation on this channel? Then check all the above. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So the story starts off with a young girl living with her family. And one night, a great white bear ends up coming to the family, and the bear tells the family that if they give up their youngest daughter to him, then the bear will make the family rich. And of course, the family ends up agreeing to this proposal, and the young girl ends up going with the great white bear. So the girl lives with the great white bear for some time, and all is well between them. But one night, the girl discovers a mysterious stranger in the bed, and she wonders who this mysterious stranger was. But the moment that the girl tries to wake up and see who the mysterious stranger was, the stranger would disappear, and the girl is not able to see who the stranger actually is. After that, the girl tells the white bear that she wants to go back home and see her family. So the white bear grants her this wish, but then the white bear tells the girl to not listen to any advice that her family members give her. And so the girl ends up going back to her family home, and she sees that her family are rich, just like the white bear said. And it was then that the young girl ends up talking with her mother, and she tells her mother that there's this mysterious stranger that sleeps beside her at bed at night, but she's not able to see the mysterious stranger. So the girl's mother tells the girl to light up a candle the next time she goes to bed. And so when the girl goes back to the white bear, she ends up taking the candle that her mother gave her and lights up the candle at night when she was going to bed. And it turns out that the mysterious stranger was a young prince. And the girl ends up falling in love with the prince right then and there. But unfortunately, the prince tells the girl that she made a huge mistake at lighting up the candle to see his face. But it turns out that the great white bear was the young prince that the girl was spending her time with. And it turns out that the young prince was being cursed by the troll queen, and that the only way that the prince was going to turn back to normal was if somebody accepted him as a bear. And because the girl lit up the candle next to the prince to expose him, the prince is forced to go back to the troll queen and be her prisoner forever. So it's then that the girl decides to go on the journey to rescue her prince from the troll queen. So what are my thoughts about East of the Sun, West of the Moon? I absolutely love this story. This was one of my all-time favorite Rabbit Ears story growing up, alongside The Fool and the Flying Ship. And I just love how the story was being written and how everything came together for this story. So let's talk about what I did like about the story. So the first thing I liked about this story was the late Max von Sydow's narration. The late Max von Sydow did such a fantastic job at narrating this story, as he made everything sound so dramatic and majestic at the same time. And I really love how chilling Max von Sydow's narration got during the more intense moments in this story. And so I think that Max von Sydow's narration for the story just brought in a lot of dramatic moments and a lot of majesty to the story. Another thing that I liked about this story were the illustrations and the music. Lyle May's music for this story was very beautiful to listen to, and I especially love the moments where Lyle May's music gets more dramatic during the more intense scenes throughout the story. And I also love Vivian Fletcher's artwork, as they're very beautiful to look at. I especially love how the artwork has sort of a glow look to it, as it made everything really stand out to me because of the glowing effect of the artwork. And I especially love the artwork of the great white bear itself, as the great white bear looks so beautiful throughout all the artwork. And I just love how large the great white bear is in all of the artwork, and it really makes him stand out a lot as a character. And then another thing that I liked about the story were the themes. I love the fact that this story touched on the themes about true love and also about the importance of keeping your promise. Like, the whole plot of the story hinges on the girl trying to keep her promise to the white bear, but also falling in love with the prince at the same time. And we see that when the girl breaks her promise to the white bear, it causes a lot of problems between her and the prince. And we see how the girl actually tries to rectify her situation and save the prince from the troll queen. And I really love that aspect of the story when the girl notices her mistake and she tries to fix her mistake throughout the story. and I love how her determination throughout the story is fueled by her love for the prince. Now, there were some minor issues with the story, and the first minor issue that I had with the story was how the girl's family reacted to the girl being taken away by the bear. Now, this was an issue that always bothered me as a kid, and I often wondered to myself about why the girl's family just easily gave up the girl to the bear without thinking about what the bear could do to the young girl. And since I'm a huge fan of movies and TV shows that deal with families, this issue kind of bothered me a lot as a kid, because I wanted to see the girl's parents actually be a little more concerned about giving up their girl to the bear, and maybe worry a bit about what the bear could do to their little girl, because I just found the girl's family to be a bit heartless in this regard, as they only think about riches instead of thinking about the girl's safety. But because this story never really got into depth about the family situation and why they just easily gave up the girl to the bear, I couldn't really figure out the true motives of the family, and maybe I was reading a bit too much into all this as a kid. But yeah, that was something that always bothered me as a kid. Now, another thing about this story, and this is not really an issue, but it's more like it depends on the viewer, is that there are some scary scenes in the story, like the scenes where the girl confronts the troll queen are probably the creepiest scenes in the entire story, or there are some scenes where the girl confronts the winds that appear in the story, and those scenes can be a bit intense. So if you're a young child watching this story, you might get a little scared by some of the scenes in this story, such as the girl confronting the troll queen. So I would be very cautious about watching this particular story if you get scared very easily by intense scenes. Also, another minor issue that I have with the story was that some of the artwork looked a bit blurred at times. Like, there were moments where I had a hard time trying to see where this character was at, because the characters would be blended in the background, and so it was really hard to see the characters at times and see what was in this scene and what was in that scene, because the artwork was so blurred for the most part. So some of the artwork made it hard for me to see where the characters were at and where the backgrounds begin and end. Before I give out my overall thoughts on this story, I just want to let you guys know that there are affiliate links in the description box below if you are interested in adding any of the movies being mentioned or linked in this video. If you buy any of the movies mentioned in this video using the affiliate links in the description box below, then I will receive a small commission that would greatly help with this channel. So please feel free to use any of the affiliate links in the description box below if you are interested in adding this movie to your movie collection. But overall, I really enjoyed watching East of the Sun, West of the Moon. While there were some scary scenes in the story and the artwork can be a bit difficult to decipher, I really love Max von Sydow's narration and Lyle May's music and Vivian Fletcher's artwork. They all combine together to make a beautiful and haunting story about true love and the importance of keeping your promises. And anybody who's interested in check out any Norwegian folktales, I would definitely recommend East of the Sun, West of the Moon. So those are my thoughts on East of the Sun, West of the Moon, and tell me in the comments down below, have you seen East of the Sun, West of the Moon? And if you have, did you like the story? Did you hate the story? And what's your favorite movie that has a sort of Beauty and the Beast vibe to it? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Robbie Swall, Animation Bliss, and I'll see you guys later. Hey animation fans, like this video? If you want to see more animated content from this channel, then please hit that big old animated subscribe button so that you can get more awesome content from this channel.